We've had our first proper look at cop chases and how players make money in Need For Speed Unbound, so let's break down the trailer and see what you might have missed. We've had another Need For Speed Unbound gameplay trailer, which had an emphasis on cop chases and how players make money in the game. Like with the previous video, which I will link to above, I'm going to squeeze each of the clips to extract all the juicy details. And we're starting off with this cop chase taking place in the University Central District of the city. Looking at the top of the screen, you can see we're on a hit rating of 5, and it shows how much money we're going to lose if we get busted by the police. Heading down to the bottom of the screen, you can see which cops are actually involved in the chase. As you can see, there are different levels of cops, and we've got 4 different types in this chase. 2 level 1, 2 level 2, 2 of the star level, and the one at the end is the police helicopter, with the eye icon indicating that it can't actually see us at the moment. The different levels of cops are likely to indicate the type of cars that they use and how aggressively they'll pursue you in the chase. Heading over to the minimap, and you can see the location of some of the cars and the police helicopter on the map, along with their search areas indicated by the red glow. Zooming out again, you can see that nearby police cars have icons on screen to show their location and the type of car. As they appear on screen, you can also see they have a health bar below the icon, with exclamation marks appearing when they take damage. On to the next clip, which is a chase through the Apollonia district of the city. Again, it's a level 5 chase, but we've only got 4 cops involved this time. However, looking at the minimap, you can see that there's clearly 2 police helicopters in the chase, despite the icons in the center only showing 1. Also on the minimap, you can see a petrol pump icon. These represent gas stations which you can drive through in the game to repair your car. There's also a check mark next to the icon, which could indicate that it's active, or it could just be that you visited this one before. On the edge of the minimap, there's a garage icon, but this appears to be locked at the moment, indicated by the little padlock next to it. Another thing to note in this clip is the pedestrians in the game. Here you can see one narrowly avoiding getting hit by our car. It's back to University Central for the next clip, and it's a level 4 police chase. Checking the icons at the bottom, and the one with the chevrons on the left is the 5th rank of police we've seen so far. Heading over to the minimap, and you can see that the police have set up a roadblock indicated by the red icon with the barrier on it. There's also a yellow icon on the minimap, and we'll get a better look at that in the next clip. First thing to notice in this one is the bars next to the heat rating at the top of the screen, with a timer underneath. This seems to indicate how long you've got left to escape the police in this event. Going over to the instrument cluster, and you can see that our health is in the red, shown by the little bar above the speedo, so this is going to be a close run thing. Over to the minimap, and you can see the yellow icon I mentioned earlier. It's difficult to tell what this actually is, but you can see it's locked for us at the moment. The next clip is showing a police chase during the Tourist Trap race event. An interesting thing to note is the change of camera angle. Could this indicate that we've got a replay mode in the game? Heading over to the minimap, and you can see another new icon. It looks a bit like a steering wheel, but your guess is as good as mine as to what that actually is. We also get a look at one of the licensed tracks in the game, as well as seeing that these star-ranked cops are in fact a SWAT team, and they aren't messing about. The next clip shows a bit of argy-bargy with a cop car as it comes into swipers, before a spinning truck comes past and takes 2 of the cop cars out. Notice their icons get deleted from the bottom of the screen. Onto the money section of the trailer now, and we get a look at the structure of some of the gameplay. The game is organised into a 4 weekly calendar, each day split into day and night events. At the end of each week is a qualifier to take part in, and at the end of the 4th week is the Grand, which is like the boss event for the month. Going back to week 1, it looks like none of the events have been completed because no money has been banked. We're up to Saturday though, which is the weekly qualifier. This week's qualifier is an A-class race. The buy-in is $15,000 and the reward is a Land Rover Defender. Our current car is an A+ class, so we'd have to change cars in order to take part in the event. Switching over to week 2, and there's a bit more to look at here. Sunday night and Monday daytime look to have B-class side bet races, more on those later. For the A+ race on Tuesday daytime, I would guess that's a race where there's a chance of the police showing up. Tuesday night and Wednesday night look to be police escape events. First one with heat level 3 and the second one with a heat level of 4. Looking towards the end of the week, Thursday daytime, another A-class side bet race, a regular B-class race on Thursday night, Friday daytime, another A+ dice race, and an A-class race on Friday night. Saturday's qualifier is an A+ race, and it looks like we own the Lamborghini Countach 88 to use in the race. The buy-in's a bit more expensive at $30,000, and the reward is the Ford Crown Victoria. On to week 3, and there looks to be a lot more police chase events in this week. Looking at the Saturday qualifier, and it's an S-Class race, but we don't yet own a car we can use in the race. The buy-in's $60,000, and the reward is a 2017 Nissan GTR. On to week 4, and we have a different mix of events. It will be interesting to see if these events are fixed or whether they're randomly generated for each week. The grand at the end of the month requires a car for each class, but we've only got A+ cars at the moment. The buy-in is $125,000, and the reward weirdly is the same as in the previous race. I'm sure that'll be different in the final game. Next up is a short gameplay clip from the turntable race in order to set the scene for showing us the side betting. Each of the racers is given a price based on their predicted finishing position, and you can select one of these to challenge during the race. Note that you're not able to bet on yourself, because that would lead to all sorts of money exploits. Beating the racer you challenged in the race will win you the bet. Next up, we get our first look at a race intro sequence, showing off one of the wraps available for the cars, as well as showing how the animated characters look sat in realistic vehicles. The first gameplay clip of the smoke show race doesn't really show us anything new, but in the second clip you can see that some races have multiple routes available. We also get a quick look at the race end animation, which also signals the end of this video. I've been Jimster71, thanks for watching, leave a like if you found it useful, and until next time, bye for now.